Hello students, this is the first half of the video lecture covering section 11.6, Surface Area of Spheres. Our learning goal for this lesson is to be able to find the surface area of a sphere. First, some vocabulary. A sphere is the set of all points in space that's equidistant from a given point called the center. Much like a two-dimensional circle, the radius of a sphere is a segment that has one endpoint at the center and the other endpoints on the sphere. A diameter of a sphere is the segment passing through the center with endpoints on the sphere. So here we have a picture of a sphere and r, the length of the radius of the sphere. When a plane and a sphere intersect in more than a single point, the intersection is a circle. If the center of the circle is also the center of the sphere, then it's called a great circle. The circumference of a great circle is said to be the circumference of the sphere. And a great circle divides a sphere into two hemispheres. So Theorem 1110 gives us the formula for the surface area of a sphere. And the surface area of a sphere is 4 times the product of pi and the square of the radius of the sphere. So let's go ahead and take a look at an example problem. What is the surface area of a sphere with a diameter of 14 inches? And we're asked to give our answer in terms of pi and rounded to the nearest square inch. So here we have a picture of our sphere, and the diameter is 14 inches. So again, surface area of a sphere is given by a formula. It's 4 times pi times the square of the radius. So in this case, we have 4 times pi. The radius of this circle is half the diameter, so we have 7 inches, and we want to square that. So 7 times 7 is 49, so we have 4 times pi times 49. So this is going to be 196 times pi square inches. And if we multiply 196 times pi to the nearest square inch, we find that this is about 616 square inches. So one more example. We find that the Earth's equator is about 24,902 miles long. So as we go around the Earth, we find that that distance is 24,902. Now, remembering back to the formula for surface area equals 4 times pi times the radius squared. But the equator of the Earth is not the radius. In fact, the equator goes around the Earth. So what we're talking about is circumference. So if you remember, circumference is 2 times pi times the radius. So we can use this to solve for the length of the radius. So we have 24,902 equals 2 times pi times the radius. So we're going to divide both sides of this equation by 2 pi. That cancels the 2's, cancels the pi. And we find that r is about 3,963 miles. Now, I'm going to be a little bit more specific though. I'm going to keep r as 24,902 divided by 2 pi, and I'm going to plug that over here. I could use this approximate value for the radius, but if I approximate the radius and then square it, the amount of error that I'm going to have is going to be somewhat large. So I'm actually going to take this exact value and plug it into the formula. So this equals 4 times pi times 24,902 divided by 2 times pi squared. So if we write this out, we have 4 times pi times, there's 2 of each of the top, 24,902. Times 24,902. And there's 2 of each of the bottom, so times 2 and 2 times pi. So the 4 cancels with the 2 and the 2. One of the pi's on top cancels one of the pi's on bottom. And we're left with 24,902 squared divided by pi. So this is what I'll actually plug into my calculator to get an approximate value. So my calculator gives me an answer of 197,387,017.4707. So the question asks, rounded to the nearest 1,000 square miles, what is the surface area of the Earth? And so my final answer would be, it's about 197,387,000 square miles. This concludes the video lecture on the first half of section 11.6, surface area of spheres. Hopefully you understand now how to find the surface area of a sphere. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you soon.